Did you know that we live in possibly the most safe, technologically advanced, and wealthiest time in modern history? Maybe not that last one. And with that fact, our quality of life as human beings have drastically improved. I mean, we don't have flying cars yet, but we do have doors that open by themselves, lights that turn on by themselves, and sentient robots. So with all of that, you'd think that life would be fine, life would be perfect. But reality is often disappointing. Cause you know what self-opening doors, light bulbs, and Mark Zuckerberg need to operate? Electricity. And you know what sucks? Not having electricity. I'ma just get straight to the point. Blackouts suck! But for real, blackouts are the only reason there's so much darkness in the world. Literally. And I know this video probably is not gonna relate to a lot of y'all that watch me because most of y'all don't live in Africa. But you gotta hear me out here, cause there's nothing more annoying than when your power goes off and you think, ha, guess I gotta go buy electricity, until you realize, wait, no, you can't do that, and this is how it's gonna be for the next 2 hours. It sucks! And the worst part is that blackouts tend to happen in the most inconvenient times imaginable. Like for example, when you're trying to cook, when you're playing games, and worst of all is when you're trying to watch a streamer and bam, they get blackout and now you can't watch them for the next 2 hours. Not to mention that in a blackout you basically get transported 1,000 years in the past cause there's no Wi-Fi, there's no TV. What are you supposed to do for entertainment? Go outside? I personally have experienced many different levels of blackouts. Like you have the typical blackouts that last 2 to 4 hours, and then in other places you have blackouts that last 2 to 4 weeks. When blackouts are that long, it feels like a punishment worse than death. Recently in South Africa, where I live, there's been a lot of blackouts, and it's really annoying because it's extremely hard to schedule out your day when at any point the electricity can go out. You see, blackouts in Africa are part of a bigger problem, that being the electricity companies here. Electricity companies in Africa are like a reindeer in car lights, cause they just don't do anything. Like some of these companies are either corrupt, in a stupid amount of debt, or just trash. There is no outlier. Like how do you get in this much debt and still have time to be corrupt? I don't even understand how these companies get into debt, because with these electricity rates, no one can go into debt. Like how does 500 bucks equal 110 units of electricity? You're not even giving me half of what I paid for. That's straight up criminal. I swear, these companies are the only companies that I know of that can recreate what it feels like to buy gas and get away with it. And the worst part is that these prices will just keep on hiking, and I'll just keep on crying whenever I see the new electricity rates. I just hope green electricity can become the norm so I don't need to spend an arm and a leg for electricity. Even though I really hate blackouts, I can only think of one positive about them. That being that if you live in a flat without a generator, when lights go out, everywhere is in complete darkness. So jump scaring random people is hilarious, and hide and seek becomes nigh impossible cause everyone's black and you can't see black people in the dark. That's the only positive I can think of. This video took 5 ever to upload cause I was busy with exams. And if you didn't know, I wanted to be a wrestler growing up. So find out by clicking the video on screen. That was a very shameless plug. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Scram!